What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Matreiuss. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Skady. I love this. This is going to be a fun matchup. It's been a while since we've actually seen some Poseidon from Matreiuss. And also to boot, not just Poseidon, we're seeing Oranos from Skady. This doesn't happen very often. Skady's been playing a lot more Odin and Norse lately, a lot of Greek. Not really seeing his Oranos. Lots of interesting things come from Skady. He's a very, very creative player. Loves to incorporate villagers into his army, of which villagers do not really work so well with the Oranos. But we are seeing, look at this scouting coming. This is what makes these players so good. You've got to get that scouting in. There's got to be boars somewhere here for Skady, and he does spot them over here. We'll see if he's going to... He did drop the economic guild. Did he get himself hunting dogs? Yes, he did. Going to be wandering over there and jumping even through the sentry tower there, trying to be as efficient as possible. As Matreiuss does something very interesting. He drops the lure down, he finds his double boar, and he immediately kills both of them. Now, this does give Matreiuss a little bit less overall food, but it does mean that the lure cannot steal these boars away from this granary. So that's really, really good. One small tweak that I would really like from Age of Mythology Retold for Poseidon, which is something that maybe it's just a quality of life thing, but if you build a granary onto a patch of hunt, I would like the lure to not be able to steal hunt from that location. So the Poseidon granary has like its own little lure coming to it, so it prevents like the hunt that's on that granary from coming in. I think that would be a really, really nice quality of life change, so you don't have to worry about those kinds of things happening randomly to you. As Matreiuss now moving over onto this hunt. The matchup, the Poseidon versus Oranos matchup is super interesting to me, because unlike Zeus, who clearly has a lot of different options in this matchup, you have Centaur with Hoplite Hippocon, you have Athena Hoplite Hippocon, you've got like Bolt, which can pick off a hero and everything in the early game to give yourself a little bit of advantage. Poseidon is not playing really at that much of an equal footing against Oranos in the early stages of the game, like a Zeus is. So, not like for one, you don't have the super hoplites. You do have cheaper Hippocon, but that's an advantage that comes in, you feel, later than earlier, because once you build 10 Hippocon, that's when you've effectively gotten yourself an extra Hippocon out of it, because I believe they're 10%. I believe they're 10% off. Let me just, it might be more. Is it 10%? Someone help me. I know things. It doesn't want to tell me. That's fine. I didn't want to know anyways. It's fine. Pretty sure it's 10%. So 10 Hippocon. What that means, you're going to get an extra 120 resources. So that kind of advantage is felt a little bit later than anything else. So all of the Poseidon advantages end up coming in a little bit later in the game than, say, Zeus does. As we are seeing, whoop, this caribou is running away. Kill the caribou! Oh dear. I mean, these caribou can be stolen. The polar bear can be brought into the main base. We have seen a whole bunch coming through. We are seeing Hermes coming in for Matreiuss. And it looks to me like we're going to be seeing a one town center play out of Matreiuss here. He's got an exposed gold mine, so going for any sort of two town center play here is suicide. So you do see Shingles of Steel over here and Khopesh of Horus. So Shingles of Steel is the relic which gives bonus house hit points, 10% I believe. Actually, more than 10%. It's 50% or 200% extra house hit points. Yep. 200% extra house hit points. That's normal. And then also the Khopesh of Horus, a really, really good relic here. 100% extra bonus damage for heroes against myth units. So that makes myth units very, very weak in this game if that gets picked up. So Matreiuss coming in with his stock standard early Theseus. We do see that Skady is doing something, I would say, a little bit silly. He's got his oracles on the front here instead of back on this hunt. This is something that we are seeing the Theseus retreating away, so maybe it doesn't really matter if you're Skady and you just shank a little bit. But this is something that I tell Oranos players every single time. Against Greek, bring all your oracles back. Because what you can do against Greek is once you hit the classical age, you can just ungarrison the heroes and then cast Valor, get yourself a hero citizen immediately. And yes, you're going to be short yourself hero Murmillos, but it doesn't really matter because you don't get that weakness from getting harassed early. But Skady is just dropping his military barracks, dropping his... he's getting a Catapulti out here. Obviously, the early Catapulti makes a lot of sense as the Hippolytes are coming in. And we see something interesting from Matreiuss, actually. Double stable. This is not something we see very often at all, actually, coming out of Poseidon here. Normally, you see a military academy getting dropped if you're going one town center here as Poseidon. As the Valor does come down, unfortunately, for Skady, he does hit the Terma here instead of that Murmillo. Not going to be too happy about that one, but that one Catapulti, if we take a quick look at it, it does 200% bonus damage versus Cavalry. 200%, that's 18 damage per second against Cavalry. And Matreiuss coming in, he can't actually fight this. If that Catapulti gets work done, I'm not sure he can really fight this, but Skady going to be retreating away for the time being here. He's got plenty of units, makes another Catapulti out here as well, as he's making what seems to me to be Catapulti Terma out of that counter barrack. So a little bit of an innovation there from Skady. And when it comes down to it, the actual unit composition you do want to go against Hippocon Hoplite, and it's not Hippocon Hoplite, but Hippocon Hoplite, it's actually Murmillo Catapulti. You do have to micro it really, really well, but big shockwave there from Skady. I'm not sure he's even going to get a villager kill here. One more attack. No more attacks. He loses the Murmillo. And says, "Let me get out of there." A little bit of a weird one there from Skady, but pain nonetheless for Matreiuss as things are continuing along here. So Matreiuss will be losing a Murmillo there. Nice plays here from Matreiuss. Every little kill he gets is going to be leveling the playing field more and more in this matchup. Like, if you don't lose anything here as Oranos and you just get good fights, you're generally going to be able to take whatever position on the map you can. As Skady still pushing in here. We've got some units ready to get taken down as the villagers go down. One villager kill here. Nice play there from Skady. Now, Matreiuss does have ceasefire, so he's getting himself watchtowers here, but a ceasefire at this point could really assist Matreiuss in this game instead of losing all these villages right now. Gets the watchtowers up. See the units retreating away. We've got these Hippocon out on the side. There's not really anything to attack in Skady's base here. This is a general truism of strong Oranos players, is that raiding pretty much anytime before like 10 minutes is a little bit useless because they've got a mana on this, they've got a mana on this, they've got a mana on this, they've got villages on the town, so everything is protected here. But Matreiuss is going to be attempting to make this work. And the stronger and stronger Oranos players get up to the top level, the less opportunity to actually kill villagers you're going to get. As the army pushing in here, can actually almost pick off a Hippocon there, gets a little bit of damage done. The Terma can attack from afar here as well if they so choose. They are trying to take down one villager there as the unit's going to be retreating away. We see Matreiuss getting pushed back over here as the Hippocon coming onto this position. They can take down the mana here, I guess, as more units getting taken down. You can still see ceasefire. Ceasefire is still an option here for Matreiuss. He's still getting pushed off of this gold mine. He's got no side gold mines to really go onto. While he can come over here, he does have a nice wall on this position, so he can retreat away from this gold mine if he gets spotted. But we are seeing over here some cheeky side attacks here, but the Catapulti just does so much damage. The units retreating away here. Matreiuss looking for raids with these Hippocon over here as he's trying to defend over here, but villagers just keep on falling. Look at this, 30 villagers versus 12 citizen. 12 citizen is kind of like 13 citizen now. It's kind of like 39 villagers to 30, so almost a 10 villager advantage here for Skady as this game is continuing. These Hippocon still searching around the base here, but I mean, this is fine. Just keep chopping those straggler trees. Come over onto the trees over here. No real problems here as Skady is continuing to put pressure in onto this position, taking down these units. There is a Hippolyta doing tons of damage. The tower's doing tons of damage, but Skady is happy to take these trades. Then they might not be 100% efficient, but losing like a couple of units for a couple of Hippocon It's exactly what Oranos wants in these matchups. As that villager almost gets taken down, Skady going to be retreating away for the time being here as these Hippocon here say, yep, time to get back. Farms slowly coming down for Skady. He doesn't have plow just yet, but he can almost think about researching that one there. As really the problem here for Matreiuss is going to be mostly that while he's losing villagers on this gold mine, like kind of left, right, and center, the problem here is how is he going to get gold after this gold mine expires? Because he's consistently sitting at like 60 population. He's not able to get up population, losing more villagers, sitting around 30. And now the villager count, 14 citizen for Skady, almost 15 here as that one's just about to pop out here. 15 villagers to 32. That's now looking like a 15 villager almost advantage here for Skady, as he's just going to get slowly creeping more and more ahead in this game. As you do see these Hippocon coming through. The hoplites, no hoplites to be seen here. I think Matreiuss would be kicking himself about that one as maybe the villagers need to get pulled off and try and attack those Terma in the back. They're starting to look very, very scary here as the mass has come through. Matreiuss, he still has ceasefire. He's not using ceasefire. I don't understand what the insistency to hold on to ceasefire here is for Matreiuss. Like this 1 minute of treaty could have gone a long way for Matreiuss to get 500 gold and advance to the heroic age. Getting to the heroic age is curse, Nemean Lion, and all the other good stuff that comes from getting to the heroic age, but he doesn't want to do it. Now it's 15 villages, 30 villages, a straight 15 villager advantage here for Skady. Is going to be getting more and more of these citizens. I wouldn't be surprised to see Skady just stay one town center here, try and get to the heroic age as fast as he can. His plow's now coming through, but if Skady can get to the heroic age here, he gets access to the Stymphalian birds, and he has been spending his favor on something. I think he has been building these Prometheans right now, which I don't particularly like. Saving the favor for Stymphalian birds in this matchup makes a lot more sense, but he's been making those Prometheans nonetheless. Aphrodite is now coming through for Matreiuss, and a ceasefire is almost a must here. Huge shockwave coming through for Skady, hitting all of those villages. 2 villages going down almost immediately here. A third one just about to fall, but it looks like Matreiuss does get away there. He does get that one away as the farm's starting to come down for Matreiuss as Skady attempting to retreat away. We are going to be seeing more of these Hippocon getting picked off as the Hippocon searching around for places to attack. If we look at Matreiuss' perspective, he does know that there's a gold mine here. He knows there's nothing up here, so he probably shouldn't be searching at that position just yet. As the villagers come back onto this gold mine, just a little bit of gold remaining here as Matreiuss' population is creeping up. There's a chance here that Matreiuss might be able to pull this game back, but the advantage that Skady has is really, really big here. As Curse gets dropped, that's going to be 5 piglingtons, 5 little piggies here for Matreiuss to be eating as this game continues. The village is going to move over here onto this gold mine as the Hippocon getting picked off here. We do see Skady through with his medium infantry as we see more military barracks coming down here for Skady. Mass Mermillo is a definite option here. Potentially a military academy into Hypaspis is going to be very necessary here for Matreiuss, and we are actually seeing that as the unit's retreating back. Matreiuss trying to take his time over here. There are these Hero Terma and Hero Mamillas to take down that Nemean line. These Promethean, like I said, a little bit useless at this point now. As the army is starting to come through for Matreiuss, he's turning this game on its head after all of the really strong early game movements that Skady has made. Matreiuss is finding himself a little bit of an advantage here as the Hippolyta and Theseus taking down these Prometheans very, very easily. The Nemean line taking a little bit of damage here, but those Hero Terma getting taken down. It looks like Matreiuss needs to retreat, though. He's kind of overstayed his welcome here in this fight as Hypaspis starting to come out for Matreiuss now. This can change the fight drastically now as those Hypaspis, I think it's like 275% bonus damage here. That's almost 300% bonus damage onto those Hypaspis coming in. So we'll see if Matreiuss can hold now. He does have ceasefire. Cast ceasefire. Don't wait for all your units to die. That's not how you do this. Do not wait for all your units to die before you cast ceasefire. Well, looks like as Matreiuss doesn't care. He feels like he can actually win this fight. It is 105 population to 64 population, as more units are going to be streaming in here consistently. We are seeing over here the Hippocon gets taken down over there as well, as Skady going to immediately continue putting units in here, and Matreiuss still hasn't cast his ceasefire, and there it goes. Matreiuss loses all his units and casts ceasefire. Now let's take a little bit of a gander right now. Just take a little bit of a differential here. The population was roughly at 70, maybe even 75. So add the population from 50 onto that, and you will get that. Get how many units Matreiuss could have potentially had out at the end of this ceasefire in order to hold. So he's already gone up 12 population. So almost up to 20 population here already. So it would be at 90 population, and there's still 20 seconds left. Matreiuss could have been at 115 population here. I'm almost certain of it, but instead he's going to be at like 80-ish population, and Skady's going to be at 115. Not only that, he'll be going to the heroic age. So nothing at the advantage at all here for Matreiuss, as Skady is going to be retreating away. So at the very least, the ceasefire has done something here. Hyperion, the god of choice here for Skady, which does make me scratch my head a little bit. I would have thought Thea is mostly better at this point, but we do see the Murmillo sneaking in onto this position over here. One villager going down, one already very low HP villager going down as the Nemean line comes in to get some good damage done. Skady has to retreat back. Skady might want to consider going straight in onto Contarius here. That was actually another option that Skady could have taken instead of going back up to full population. Just cancel production, as we are seeing those Hippocon now coming in. Look at the damage that you can do now at the 15-minute mark. You can actually pick off a citizen here with these raids. This is when you can raid, because look, the villagers start getting away from the manors. There is no manor on this gold mine, no manor on this wood line. Villagers over here. Town center coming up now for Skady as the units getting pushed back. As the army getting pulled away, we are going to be seeing the Skady units pushing in onto this position now as the villagers moving up over here. Going to look to get onto these berry bushes over here as Skady swinging around the bottom here. Going to look to take down these units on the back. We do see the chaos getting dropped down. That's going to be, oh, that's so brutal there. The Nemean lion chasing the other Nemean lion. Matreiuss will have to pull that one back and help and get the Hippolyta over here, because they'll just trade, and Matreiuss taps out. Why? Oh, he's not able. Oh, obviously, Matreiuss taps out here. He's got no gold remaining. The army over here is distracted. These villagers are going to get taken down. Matreiuss says, "Screw it, I'm out." A little bit unresilient here from Matreiuss. Yes, Matreiuss is in a bad position here. He's probably lost. He's actually probably right that he should be tapping out after that chaos comes down and prevents the Nemean line from being in the fight. However, I want to nail this point in because I feel like it's really important for Greek players to learn in this matchup. Ceasefire preemptively. The Oranos player wants to fight. You don't want to fight. If you're sitting at 70 population, your opponent is probably sitting at 100 population. What fight do you want to take? Do you want to take a 70 population versus 100 population fight, or do you want to take a 90 population or 100 population against 115 population fight? Those are the questions you got to ask yourself as the Greek player, and that's when you can start thinking about when to click ceasefire in this matchup, because it is a very important god power for Poseidon to find some relevance or some semblance of of equilibrium here to hold on, because effectively the Oranos versus Poseidon matchup is a ticking time bomb for the Oranos player. If they don't win, they lose. And while that might seem obvious, it makes a lot more sense when you understand Oranos' power starts up here and slowly creeps down, while Poseidon's starts down here and slowly creeps up until it goes like this, chunk, and Poseidon just wins. So that's what you have to be playing towards as the Poseidon. Unfortunately for Matreiuss, doesn't do that here. Skady gets the dub. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.